Good morning everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today we have the SU-25K. Saw a couple people asking for me to play this. I don't know the tech tree one because I'm not that far through Russia yet, so I figured I'd play the premium. I don't really feel like playing much else today. There's a lot of vehicles on my bucket list which I should be playing and making videos on, but right now I just sort of, don't feel like it very much, so I'm just going to take out this thing. This plane is not very good anymore. It used to be very strong. Well, the plane itself has just always been kind of but the missiles used to carry it very, very hard. They put it at 9.3 by accident, then it was set at 9.7 for a while. Stuff like the Lim 5P used to be able to see this thing. Like, that's not a fair fight, so I'm glad it got moved up. And because of that, the SU-25 suffers because of it, but like every other plane has become a lot more playable around that BR. We just can't even follow that, and probably Phantom. So yeah, as you can probably expect, ground strike aircraft is not amazing at getting air-to-air kills. Of course, you're going to get people who swear that this thing is amazing in Air RB, but people are like that with just about every plane. If you want to go kill ground targets with this thing, it certainly is something that you can do. It's probably not terrible for bases and ground targets. I mean, I don't, really do that because I think most of these sorts of aircraft are very boring to play in that role. But they're just sort of not really good in RB, like air-to-air, which is kind of why I'm taking it out now, just to sort of get it over with. I'm not having a very great day today, so I don't really want to play a good aircraft, because it'll give, like, a more negative opinion on it than it should be, so. Anyways, hope you guys are all doing great, as usual. I've been back at university. I had an early morning calculus class this morning. I had to get up bright and early at, like, 6 a.m. or some shit like that? 5:45 a.m.? Very early. It was a 7 a.m. class, so, not great for calculus, but I have a friend in the back of the class. We're just chilling together most of it. It's, like, easy doors still. It's, like, very early on in the week, in the month, in the semester, so, just sort of chilling. I've been getting back into the swing of things. I pre-recorded yesterday's video and released it because I have classes until, like, the late afternoon. And one of my later classes is an engineering lab class, where it's essentially, you're just learning how to use the software called MATLAB, which is kind of like a more advanced like graphics calculator, or like a very advanced Excel spread like sort of program. You can use it to like program shit. It's not important, but anyways. So we were in a lecture learning how to use that, and the guy at the front was like presenting. He was like showing you all the shortcuts and whatever for it, and it was really funny. It was like a 3-hour lecture, right, from 2 to 5, so it was very long. It was quite, boring. I was struggling to stay awake because I was already up super early that morning anyways, and so a lot of us were struggling, and I was at the very back of the class because I got in kind of late, and it was one of the only seats open, and I was just like, yeah, I'll sit by myself there, whatever. Someone else joined me in the end, but I was just chilling back there, and I put my head down for a little bit because I was exhausted, and then I woke up like a little bit later. I barely realized I'd fallen asleep. And, like, I just took a glance to the right of the classroom. There were, like, 3 people just playing Minecraft on the computer. Like, I almost just burst out laughing in the middle of the class. It's a good thing I didn't, because, like, it was just, like, this guy at the front of the class just, like, instructing everyone on, like, how to use the stuff, and he was expecting everyone to be, like, programming on their computers. And there's just, like, a couple guys straight up playing Minecraft. Like, it was the funniest thing I've seen all day. Ugh. It's really funny. I was sort of expecting, like, to get to college and everyone would just be, like, locked in, super hard focusing on their classes. No, it's the same as high school. No one really wants us to be there, so, like, a lot of the classes are just sort of, like, required stuff that you have to get out of the way. And so because of that, a bunch of people would just, like, chill and doing whatever. I mean, fucking, I'm like, half asleep in most of my classes anyway, so I really shouldn't be talking, but it was really funny. So yeah, I've been sort of getting slowly reacclimatized to it. I got to see a bunch of people who I met last semester again. So, well, I say a bunch of people, it was like 2, really. I'm not super sociable in university, but, I'm trying to, like, get myself out there a little bit and, make some more friends, because I have not really had many opportunities for that in person recently. So it's quite nice to be, like, with other people my age and stuff again. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. If any of you are back at work, back at class, whatever. Hope that's all going well for you. There's a couple guys around me, but this thing is really slow. You get a reduced speed warning at, like, an incredibly, like, at 80% throttle, and it's super annoying because it just, like, doesn't leave your screen the whole time. So I've just sort of been chilling, waiting for someone to sort of fly towards me. There is a J7D back that way, which I do have to be a bit careful of. But I want to see if I can get one of these guys killed, potentially, Well, they're not fully paying attention, you know. So I'm going to aim this up a little bit. I'm going to sling that towards the F5. See if it tracks properly. And he probably heard the missile and fled last second. That's really annoying. I do hope they remove the missile sounds, because it is very frustrating when you actually do get a missile off on someone who's unaware, but because their plane is just so cold, they can last second flare it. Well, it's entirely F5Cs. That's the only plane that really... Well, there are other planes which can do it, but, like, it's predominantly F5Cs. And because of that, I'm just sort of dead here, so that's highly unfortunate. The one opportunity for a kill I had got kind of, you know, messed up because the guy heard the missile last second, and now I'm just sort of dead to him. I did miss a couple of shots as well, but it wasn't the easiest, and I'm not used to the gun on this plane now. I haven't touched... Oh, someone killed him? Oh, yeah, they did. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rothers, SU-25. I'm also not, like, I'm really not used to the gun on this thing. I haven't used the 30mm in a long-ass time, man. So, give me a break. You are shooting at me. Hey, bud. I'm just going to go up and over. I have a lot more... Okay, that was from the MiG-21 BIS. Okay, alright, interesting. F8U disengages from the MiG-21 and goes for the A-10. MiG-21 probably isn't looking at me, so I'm just going to dunk that on him. There we go. Bing. Now, there's two A-10s. Two is going to be actually a little bit sketchy to fight. I might just fly away a little, see if the F8U can kill one for me. Or at least just, like, get him away from me. Yeah, okay. So F8U forces them to break off. I'm now going to turn back in and see if I can apply a bit more pressure without, you know, just dying to someone. The J8B does not go for us, thankfully, or we would have probably just been dead there. There is a lot of people here. It's like an endgame verbal. That's wild. This shit usually never happens. I'm just going to see if I can get... Yep. As soon as I say I'm not in practice with the gun, just like immediately a little... Not really a one-tap, but, you know, it was a fairly clean burst, I would say. I'm going to see if I can... Hello, Mr. Chinaman. No, I missed. It's not racist. It's J7D. It's a Chinese plane. Shut up. SU-25, I think, got beamed. J8B is turning back in. Question, can I go for a gunshot on you? Yes, if you force him defensive, then I can get a shot. I missed it. He was rolling. He was defensive rolling, so that was kind of difficult to hit in my defense. But I'm going to see if I can pull in for shot on old mate here. We do get one. We both... Oh, I was going to say we both traded, but no, I'm just still alive. I don't know why he took that head on. The SU-25 flight model is notoriously tanky, and, you know, he doesn't hit the best shot. It was a winglet crit, probably like an armor-piercing round instead of a high-explosive one. But yeah, we're chilling. A little bit wonky now. We don't fly the best, but, you know, it's not life-threatening or anything. I'm going to dive a little bit just so he doesn't try to get a radar missile off. I don't think he'll have any now, but, like, just in case. He takes the head on, he dives out of the way. If I was a little quicker to the draw, I probably could have actually got shots back on him there, or at least on something. He's just going to run away from me. I'm way too slow to be able to catch or do anything. I don't really want to 1v1 this other SU-25 over here because of the damage now. It's putting me in a little bit of an awkward position, but I am going to try and see if I can start on his 6. Because that will pretty much guarantee me a win. I also have the friendly A-10 that I can drag him back into if I need, so I'm going to try to run this guy down. Okay, no, he is sort of turning back into us. I don't really know what he's doing here. No, he doesn't. Is he even aware? He's just killing ground targets. Look at him go. He's a unit. He is using the plane as intended, so I probably shouldn't make fun of him, but, you know, shut up. It's funny. He goes defensive. There we go. We click him out of the air. What fella is down for the count. I'm now just going to go rearm. I'm going to, you know, fix my wing. Just sort of chill. Of course, the game that I say the SU-25 is not an air superiority fighter. I just... 4 kills. Okay, man. Sure. A lot of people will say, a lot of people said in the comments in a couple of the videos, like, oh, well, you said the plane is this, and then you did this, like, oh, you said the MiG-29G was bad, and then you immediately get a good game in it, or oh, you said J-29 was, like, good, and then you just played badly, like, it's entirely down to, like, my gameplay on a specific day. Like, sometimes I get a bad plane and I can play really well, and other times I get a plane which is good, and I just play abysmally dogshit in it, like, it just depends on, like, whether I can hit my shots, whether I can position, whether I'm even paying attention to the game or not. I mean, I'm really not this game, so I don't know how I'm doing this well, but I do kind of want to make a 172 scale model of this thing as well, because it is a... There's something about attackers, right? Like, about strike aircraft that I just sort of like. I'm excluding the A10 from this because I think it looks stupid and kind of just really bad, actually. I don't care about the memes. I don't think it's a shit plane. But most other attackers, things like the Strike Master, the Tram, the Su-25, I think they look really cool and they're highly underrated. Like, I don't know, I like the more, like, the swept wing, but not fully swept back to where, like, it's still fairly sticking out, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know, I just sort of like the design of a lot of the strike aircraft. I think it looks really cool above all else. I would like, oh, I forgot how slow the gear was. Look at it go. Actually, we could kill ground targets. Oh, actually, wait, this could... Hold on, the ticket change might actually be really based here. If Mr. A10 decides to go kill some ground targets... Oh, the JDF was just spotted nearby. He's dead. No! Little buddy, survive. I believe in you. The A10's actually surviving. Hold on. The J8 is like on top of him and he's somehow still not dead, so that's a good sign. If the A10 actually kills the J8, that would be hilarious. I mean, it also would be a mediocre end to the game, but still hilarious. Well, for us, at least. A10's still ground pounding as well. What a unit, man. I'm gonna fly towards the J... Oh, no, this might be the A10's death. Never mind, he flares the missile off. Holy shit, he gets the reversal kill. What a mad lad. Let's go. The J8B loses a 1v1 to an A10 late. That is wild. Okay, then. While he was ground pounding too, no less. That's hilarious. Okay, the rewards are actually pretty solid there. We stayed alive for, like, the majority of the game. And we did quite a bit, so we actually get a metric butt ton of RP. That's good. Alright, I'll do one more, but I really don't think we're going to be topping that. That was peak. Oh yeah, also the Nintendo Switch 2 came out as well. Well, not came out, but like the reveal trailer had came out. So that was pretty cool. I don't hate the new design of it overall. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but the thing that I kind of do... They got rid of the colors on like on the controllers. Like, basically all of it. I know there's like the bit of color down the sides and like the thumbstick or whatever has like a little bit, but I wish they like incorporated like the red and blue a bit more. Like, in my opinion, what they should have done is they should have done, like, the bottom of the joystick and the buttons, as well as the little, the top little buttons and triggers. I think all of them should have been, like, the accent colors, and then they just had, like, the regular... If they were gonna fully commit to the gray, then just have the regular ones be gray. Essentially, sort of like the inverse of what we have now. I just picked up a controller and, like, I'm looking at it from my regular Switch. But, like, an inverse to what we have now with the accent colors would have actually been really cool. I just think the new one looks too gray and a bit bleak and modern, to be honest. Like, the reason why I thought the Switch's design was so cool was because it was, like, colorful and, like, all of the new-gen consoles are, like, super sleek and, like, all the colors vanished off of them. There's no more, like, greens or blues or whatever. Like, it's mostly just, like, white and black with, like, a couple of grays, right? Like, the new Switch, the old Nintendo Switch was really cool because it was, like, super colorful and, like, it was poppy and it was, like, you know... It did look a little bit like the baby consoles, the ones which were, like, fully the one color, but, like, it was a very nice contrast to, like, everything else. And then the new Switch is just sort of, like, a little bit bleak, to be honest. Like, it's just gray. I'm probably not going to be buying it. I mean, the only thing I would really want it for is Mario Kart 9, but to be honest, I think I've sort of grown up with my Switch now, so I'm kind of, you know, I'm stuck with this little guy. Like, I'm not swapping him out for another one. Also, the original Switch launched 8 years ago, as in 8. That is a big number, because when I think of things which happened like 8 years ago, I think 2011, 2012. I do not think 2017. Like, that is... Oh, that... No. No. I don't like that. Like, I feel old and I'm like 20 years old. I should not be feeling old yet. And I already am. Like, it's scary, man. I'm just gonna, yeah. Oh, we actually hit the shot in the head on. Oh, okay. Turns out I'm better than I thought I am. I'm just gonna fire that. Yeah, he does pull off. But yeah, like, I still have memories which feel fairly fresh of, like, getting the Nintendo Switch early. Well, not super early, but, like, relatively, like, I didn't get it, like, several years behind. And, like, I still remember playing, like, Breath of the Wild and stuff on it, like, when I first got it. Like, that's, like, it's still fairly fresh in my mind. Like, usually a lot of my memories, which were from 80 years ago previously, like, I wouldn't have remembered, really. Or, like, they wouldn't be, like, nearly as clear as this one is. So, like, I'm feeling old, man. I don't... it's not a feeling that I should be feeling yet, but it is one that's happening, so that's, you know, quite unfortunate. I just sort of threw myself into the middle of the furball here. We have decent sustained performance. I might be able to get a gun solution on this MiG-21 piss over here. I don't really know how to aim the gun, I've already said. Ooh, there we go. We do manage to get the rear aspect shot from like point A. I'm just going to see if I can... Yeah, there we go. He bailed out. I was just going to say snag severe so a teammate isn't yoink the kill. But no, we do manage to take him out. So that was pretty good. Alright, F8U rolls out the way. A lot of the close range stuff looks super weird in this game, I've noticed recently. I'm not sure if that's just because the servers are kind of shit or what, but like, it just feels very jank. Okay, we have a couple other SU-25s, but they're close to us. Oh wait, are you just gonna... No. I could have pulled in for a gunshot there, I don't know why I didn't. Well, I do know why I didn't, but like, should have is what I'm saying. I'm just going to see if I can disengage and build up a little bit of speed. Although we do build up the speed fairly quickly, and we do have a fairly low top speed, so probably not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to try and slowly turn around. I'm going to see if some of my teammates put the pressure on the SU-25 behind me. There we go. That missile was not for me. I don't know what you mean missile evasion. Interesting. I'm going to pull in for a shot on this guy. He tries to pull in for the head-on, but he does not make it. I'm a lot slower, so reversing the turn into that was a pretty bad idea from his end. And then reversing it again as I'm literally pointing my nose at him. Terrible idea. You do not want to reverse your turns like in front of people's nose. In those sorts of situations, if you have to reverse your turn into someone, which he didn't, but like if that is what you want to do, I would say at the very least, see if you can pull over like I'm doing to him there. Like you want to go over or under. You do not want to go directly through or into it. Like, he had much more energy, so he shouldn't have taken the scissors in the first place. He should have just gone up and over, and I wouldn't have been able to follow him when he went up. But instead, he decided to fully commit to the scissors for some reason, and it completely fucked him. Alright then. The Tornado gets beamed by an RB-74. We get a 3K. Honestly, not terrible, considering this thing is kind of meh. So yeah, this thing is a nice gun. Flight model is meh, not awful. I mean, it's fine to stay in compared to like a Delta Wing, I guess, or like another attacker. It is not super slow for an attacker, but you get outrun by most fighters. It's just sort of there. I mean, if someone focuses you down, you're probably dead, but you can still get kills with people who aren't fully paying attention to you or don't think you're a threat. So, you know, it's not the worst in RRB, but at the same time, I would just rather be in a fighter at the same BR. Like, what do we have at the same BR? Why is there like nothing that's 10.3? What the hell? At the same time, I would just rather be in like an F8U2, to be honest. But, you know, it's not terrible. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day. I should hopefully be seeing you tomorrow with another video. I don't know what I'm going to play. Probably like the Mirage F1. Yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.